Jay, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro?
Good on yourself, bro.
All the way from Puerto Rico, came to get a cut. What are you getting done today? A ball fade?
Ball fade high ball fade.
High ball fade?
Nothing off the top.
All right, keeping the top. What about your beard?
A zero high, or zero open.
Let me see it real quick, if you don't mind. You can take it now, sir.
Fade down here, and lift up.
Okay, cool.
And keep the vertical bar dark.
All right, sounds good, bro. Cool, let's get started.
YouTube, what's going on, guys? Thank you guys for checking out another one of my videos. We do daily content here, and he didn't want anything off the top, so we're gonna go straight to clipper all the way closed, and then we're gonna follow it up with the trimmers. Now, I'm not gonna bald them out completely because it allows me to see some contrast in the fade, and it allows me to see the fade a little bit better. We'll bald it out towards the end. So my next step is gonna be the blade open, and I'm gonna try to go through these steps as quickly as possible because the magic happens during detail.
I just want to show you guys the barbershop that he works at. It's a trailer, guys. How dope is that? In Puerto Rico. That is so cool, Jay.
Yeah, I just thought that was a dope concept. He came all the way from Puerto Rico to get it cut. He came down with his family. They did the Orlando thing, but we definitely had to bless him for coming all the way from Puerto Rico with a fresh cut. So look out for the before and after. We've set our guidelines, and now I'm starting to fade down. So I did my 1.5 guard because we're not cutting anything off the top, and we already did the one open, so now I'm just skipping the one open to the half guard all the way open, and I'm closing it little by little. Once that guideline is gone, we will start blending out the bottom guideline, and I'm going clipper closed, and I'm opening it little by little until the fade is completely faded out. By the time my blade is all the way open, it should be faded. Now, again, I'm gonna try to blast through this part because I want to get to the lineup area. Everybody's, hair texture or hair, what's the word I'm looking for? Characteristics, right, are different, even depending on what side you're working on. Hair growth patterns changes, even hair texture can change. It's crazy how unique every individual is. So we're doing the same exact steps on this side, except I faded out the bottom line first, and then we're gonna fade down. So by the time we're done fading down, we should finish the cut once we get to the half guard, as opposed to fading everything down on the other side. Hopefully that makes sense. So remember, we faded out that bottom line, and then we went 1.5 guard, then half guard open, close it little by little, and then we'll detail afterwards. Now the reason why I did this is to show you guys, I don't know, just show you guys different techniques, but it's really all the same. It's just you're fading in different order, right? Typically when I'm cutting somebody up, I do the same steps all the way around. All right, so we've completed the rough draft of the fade. We'll go ahead and start to take out all the bulk at the bottom with my rose gold FXs, and then we'll follow it up with the shaver. All right, let's go ahead and start lining up his vertical bar. It was already there. His cut wasn't that, it was probably like a week old maybe. So I'm just gonna follow the vertical bar that he already has. And honestly, the rough draft, we finished pretty quickly, but I probably spent another, if I wasn't recording, I probably would have spent another half hour just detailing, right? Just because he's the type of canvas, man, that you enjoy taking your time on, because the fade's coming out so clean, in my opinion. The lineup is coming out clean, and it's just fulfilling to get that that really nice before and after. Now, if you notice, I did the vertical bars and the corners first, as opposed to doing the middle of the forehead like I'm doing right now. Usually I do this part first, but because his haircut was so fresh already, I could just follow the previous lineup he had before, as long as the previous lineup looks good. And so that's what I did. I didn't really have to do steps like I would normally do if I couldn't even see the hairline, right? If I had to make a lineup from scratch, I should say. So now that we've lined it up, I'm gonna go ahead and start detailing. This side definitely seemed like it was a lower fade. It could have been because of lighting. If you notice here, it looks lower, but then from this camera, it looks like a higher fade. But I wanted to make sure it looked like a high fade regardless of the lighting. So going back and forth, you can see what I'm kind of seeing. And so I just wanted to play it safe. You know, like our eyes can lie to us, right? So I wanted to play it safe and just bring the fade up on this side a little bit higher to try to match it a little bit better with the other side. Now, it's a hard thing to do because, you know, hair grows a different hair pattern depending where you're at on somebody, on your canvas. So it is hard to create that illusion. You don't want to, kill yourself doing this because there's only so much you could do, I feel like, and then you can over detail and ruin a haircut, right? So I went ahead, finished that off, put the shaver on him. We're gonna go ahead and detail his beard, and I feel like that'll reset my eyes because I'm not so focused on the fade anymore. I'm focused on the beard, and then we might go back, look at the cut, and see if there's any little imperfections we can clean up after we clean up his beard. So he wanted blade all the way open on his beard. We're gonna do this all the way around, mustache and everything. I could have probably went a little bit lower around his chin area and mustache area just to match it a bit more, but I didn't because he wanted it to look faded anyways, and I feel like it naturally fades into his goatee area, his chin area. So fading out the sideburns just kind of complements his natural look. That's why I didn't lower around the chin area. You guys let me know in the comments if you thought that was a good call or not. And with the beard, I take my time. I go all kinds of different directions because somebody's beard could literally have 3 cowlicks, right? So I like to go every direction to make sure it's nice and even. All right, and we're following right beneath the jawline just because that's what it looked like the lineup was previously at. And now we're going to clean up the mustache. Obviously, his mustache is a little bit wider. It's not skinny, so we're going to keep it there. And he confirmed he wanted it to be a little bit wider, especially towards the middle of the mustache where it meets kind of like the middle of the nose. So if you notice with the trimmers, I'm not going to line up underneath the nose. I'm going to stop right before we get to the middle of the nose. All right, so we're going to put shave gel all the way through to make it a comfortable shave, mitigate the risk of razor burn. And we're going to start cleaning up his beard. Now, he did say he wanted it to kind of flow into the mustache, so we went ahead and did that. And we're going to start to curve, go ahead and start to line up the beard area and hook it into the sideburn. He's got a pretty thick and coarse beard, and so, I wouldn't have dared to do this dry. Like, I feel like just looking at his skin, looking at his hair texture on his beard, that would be very painful. So we went ahead and broke out the shave gel. And what I like to do typically is, once I've lined it up with the shave gel, I'll move on to his hairline. By then his skin should absorb the shave gel, you know, and the shave gel has vitamins and nutrients in it, so you definitely want to allow it to do that. But once I go ahead and line up his hairline with the razor, I come back. It's usually dry by then, and then we can go ahead and do that whole ash look if that's something that you're, you know, interested in doing, or if that's something your client likes. But either way, the first pass of the razor, I like to go ahead and put the shave gel. And Tomb 45 shave gel you can get at tomb45.com, along with this compressor and the color enhancements. So I'm using the V1 compressor here just because I left my compressor at home because I took it with me when I went to Georgia on vacation. So alright guys, so anyways, this is the before. Now let's check out the after. Sheesh. I feel like it came out blurry, guys. You guys let me know in the comment section what you thought. Check out Jay, man. Check out his shop. I'm gonna put his Instagram in the description below if you want to show him some love. He came all the way to Puerto Rico to model for us for YouTube, and I feel like it helped a lot. The beard's looking good, the lineup's looking good, the fade looks blurry in my opinion. And yeah, Jay, thank you so much for coming through, being a model, bro. With that being said, guys, we do daily content. I'll see y'all tomorrow.